Good evening, friends. Today we will be going to understand SVM for regression. So, first of all, what is regression? In regression, we have a continuous set of numerical values, and our model predicts that. And it can be, for example, we have a continuous uh, integer for price, temperature, stock values, and our model is going to predict a particular value for a particular x data point. In case where the support vector machines are used like the for the regression purpose, we call them support vector regression. So what is the basic work of our support vector regression models? They are going to predict a value, so we have to do something so that the predicted value and the actual value are having the least difference. And the second thing is that the model should not be overfit. In case of regression, what happens is that our hyperplane is a prediction function, and I can write it like w of x plus b, where w is the slope and b is the intercept, and our x is the input feature. Okay, so you must be clear with this. What happens here is that the hyperplane here is used as a predictive function. We are going to predict some value, and how we are going to do this by the following of this formula. What happens is that our model is going to predict some value. Suppose our model has predicted some y cap and our real value was y, and if the difference between our real value and the predicted value is less than or equal to some epsilon, then no penalty is going to be applied. Now here, what is an epsilon? Epsilon is basically a insensitive tube. We allow that if the difference or the error that comes below this value or equal to this value, then no penalty is going to be applied on the on this case, and we consider it to be a good case. And if our predicted value comes greater than the epsilon, then what we do, we apply a penalty which is called the slack variable, and the cost function for our SVR model becomes the cost function that becomes is divided by 2. Okay, and then c I is equal to 1 till n, and this is our slack variable. Okay, so just see here, what we do is we add some hyperparameters, that is, this is our hyperparameter. What is a hyperparameter? Hyperparameters are the value that a programmer decides so that its model can work best on a given condition, and this is called, what this whole is called, hinge loss. Okay, so just understand what is here the slack variable. If our predicted value comes above than this value, then a penalty is applied over it so that the model do not become overfit. And what is here, and here what is this, what is this we can, I'm going to tell you what is the slack variable. Slack variable is nothing but a distance of the predicted point from the boundary of the epsilon. Epsilon is basically considered to be a safe tube, a safe region of tube. So you must be clear with this. So this is all about the SVM for regression.